It's been 12 months, but we finally got that Black Widow movie that we've all been looking forward to. Christ, 12 months delay, Jesus. You know what, I'd be pretty embarrassed if I had to delay a movie any more than 12 months. I mean, could you imagine? It's only taken Scarlett Johansson 7 times to play Black Widow until she finally got her own feature film. Taking place before the events of Avengers Infinity War and directly after the events of Captain America Civil War, we have a rest between two wars, I guess. Look, before I get into this, first it's a spoiler-free review, so don't worry about that, but if you're a Marvel fan, you've probably already made up your mind on if you're going to watch this or not, and so I thought that this would be worth talking about for all those that were kind of sitting on the fence about whether they wanted to go see this or not. We follow Black Widow as she goes into hiding after the events of Captain America Civil War, where she's forced to confront her dark past when a new conspiracy tying to her old life arises. In confronting her old life, she must deal with her history as a spy and the broken relationships that she left in the wake long before she became an Avenger. It was supposed to be the first movie that was going to kick off Phase 4, but due to the delays, it ended up being WandaVision that actually was the first thing to kick it off. And I've spoken previously in my WandaVision review how I think that the reversing of this order has greatly impacted the reception that both these things will get. And after watching this movie, it kind of solidified my opinion on that a little bit more. The movie is fine. It feels like something that we almost should have got 4 or 5 years ago though. Nothing horrendously wrong with the movie itself, but it just feels a little bit weird considering the events of Avengers Endgame. And I think it would have been great to watch this after having a year to 18 months of no MCU content, but we've seen Loki, we've seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and both of those things have taken the shine away from this movie a little bit. It just follows that typical Marvel fashion where it's great characters, not so great villains, some great action pieces with some funny quips and jokes chucked in throughout. In fact, let's start off with what I actually did like about this movie, and that was the main heroes. We've seen Scarlett Johansson play this character now for over 10 years, and you know what you're getting when you're going to watch her. But we also get Florence Pugh, who plays a different widow, or spy if you'd like to call it. And she essentially buddies up with Scarlett Johansson throughout this whole movie, and she's excellent to watch. I really enjoyed what she brought to the table, and given the events of what we've seen in the MCU from here onwards, I would really enjoy to see what she can do going into Phase 4. And the other character that I truly loved was David Harbour playing the Red Guardian. He was great in Stranger Things, and I've also seen him bring some great stuff to the table with movies like Extraction, and in this he essentially plays this disgruntled Russian Captain America. And I would just love to see more of this guy. I could watch a whole movie on him easily. It brings a really unique character personality that we've not seen that much of in MCU movies beforehand, and it's unfortunate that he kind of gets sideswiped to the latter part of this movie. And the other supporting actress in this film is Rachel Weisz, who's another great actress. And it was seeing these four interacting with each other where I found most of my enjoyment in the film. They had some great personal moments together, and I would love to see more of them in the future. On the other side of this coin, you've got your villains, and to be honest, they're just crap. Winston plays the most Cockney Russian I think I've ever seen, and he doesn't really get a chance to show himself off. He's there purely as this expositional dump that's there to convey the evil plot of the movie. But the biggest waste of them all was, man, Taskmaster was criminally underused and also horrendously interpreted for the film. This character's gotten more popular as of late thanks to the games like Spider-Man on the PS4, and I was really excited to see what they could do with this in a feature film. God, it's just wasted, it really is. Not because of the story or the direction, but you don't really get to see him do anything. His ability to copy anyone perfectly should make a movie write itself. But instead they really struggle to show this guy off. In fact, they tell you that he copies people's abilities more times than they actually show you him doing it. The only times you see anything resembling the Saw is him just picking up his shield to mimic Captain America. Maybe in 10 years we'll get a remake of him and a better shot at it like we're getting with Mandarin. And it was nice to find out more about Black Widow's past, and the opening sequence especially is really good and surprisingly dark actually for an MCU film. But it just feels overdue, and it's coupled with this finale that is a little bit questionable, and you you almost have to glaze over it. Alright, let's keep this short. If you're an MCU fan, you're probably going to go watch this, and I promise you it won't be a waste of your time. There's a scene after the credits which I think will lead us into some more promising stuff in the future. And if you're a fence sitter, then this is a movie with some great action pieces, some lovable characters, and I think is enough to warrant going to watch this in the cinemas. Or on Disney Plus, but either way I'm happy to recommend it. If you liked this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, it really does help me out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movie, anime and video games. Until next time guys, take care, bye bye.